While the retail market focused on near-term technical support, institutional capital quietly watched a far more significant structural shift play out. The recent risk-off wave, triggered by an aggressive valuation shakeout in major artificial intelligence stocks like Nvidia, did something unexpected. It dragged Bitcoin below $63,000 before a rapid, macro-driven reversal sent it climbing back towards 64,000. This volatility was not just a random crypto fluctuation. It was a clear signal of deep correlation structures tightening between sovereign liquidity, tech valuations, and digital assets. Understanding this correlation is now vital for any portfolio manager looking to insulate capital. To understand why this asset class recovered so quickly, we have to look closely at its evolving structural moat. Bitcoin is no longer functioning merely as a speculative playground for retail traders. It has transitioned into an alternative global liquidity index. In an era defined by massive fiscal deficits and sovereign debt monetization, institutional allocators view digital assets as a hedge against currency degradation. This unique value proposition acts as a sponge for excess global liquidity, operating outside the traditional banking system. But this value proposition is only as strong as the rails carrying it. The introduction of spot exchange-traded funds has fundamentally altered the assets market structure. By bridging the gap between decentralized ledgers and Wall Street custodians, these instruments have institutionalized the order flow. We are seeing a structural migration of capital from high-net-worth desks directly into systematic, daily rebalanced retirement and corporate portfolios. This systemic plumbing provides a baseline level of passive demand that historically never existed in prior cycles. Now let us examine the hard numbers from this recent capitulation and subsequent rebound. When the broader market experienced a risk-off flush, Bitcoin broke below key short-term holder realized price levels, dipping under $63,000. Institutional order books, however, showed significant limit orders clustering just below this threshold. The speed of the recovery back to 64,000 demonstrates that spot market buying absorbed the derivative liquidations extremely efficiently. This rapid absorption indicates that underlying demand remains robust, despite the negative sentiment surrounding high-multiple technology equities. Here is where the volume metrics become truly interesting. During the descent, we observed a brief pause in spot exchange-traded fund inflows, which many retail observers interpreted as a trend reversal. Yet, institutional volume analysis reveals that net outflows were remarkably contained. The majority of the selling occurred on offshore perpetual futures platforms, representing leveraged capitulation rather than long-term asset divestment. When softer U.S. inflation data hit the tape, spot buyers immediately resumed control, driving a massive volume-backed recovery. This capital resilience aligns perfectly with comments from senior portfolio managers at major asset management firms. Leaders at global institutions like BlackRock have repeatedly highlighted that their sovereign clients are looking at digital assets through a multi-year lens. They view short-term macroeconomic volatility not as a structural threat, but as an accumulation window. These institutions are systematically building out their distribution networks, signaling that the structural bid is designed to withstand short-term macroeconomic shocks. Further commentary from prime brokerage desks confirms a distinct shift in capital allocation strategies. Large multi-strategy hedge funds are no longer simply trading the spot futures basis arbitrage. Instead, they are utilizing digital assets as a core component of cross-asset relative value strategies. This means that as sovereign yields fluctuate, these desks are dynamically shifting capital between treasury bills, high-yielding tech equities, and digital assets. This institutionalization of the asset class means its day-to-day volatility is increasingly dictated by global macroeconomic plumbing. This brings us to the broader industry context, specifically the fascinating relationship between artificial intelligence and crypto markets. When high-flying technology names like NVIDIA experience valuation adjustments, it creates a temporary liquidity vacuum. Leveraged market participants are often forced to liquidate their most liquid, non-correlated assets to meet margin requirements in their core equity portfolios. This explains why Bitcoin suffered during the initial AI sell-off. It was not a fundamental failure of the asset, but rather a temporary collateral squeeze across broader financial markets. But look at how quickly the narrative changed when macro liquidity conditions improved. The release of softer U.S. Consumer Price Index data acted as a massive catalyst. Lower inflation prints suggest that the Federal Reserve may have more room to ease monetary policy, which naturally exerts downward pressure on real yields. Because digital assets thrive in an environment of expanding global liquidity and falling real yields, the macro relief rally was instantaneous. The quick transition from risk-off to risk-on highlights how sensitive this asset class has become to global central bank liquidity cycles. However, we must address the structural risks that still linger in this environment. While the rebound to $64,000 is constructive, the system remains highly leveraged. Offshore derivative platforms continue to offer high leverage ratios, creating the potential for cascading liquidations during sudden market shifts. If we see a deeper, more systemic correction in global equity markets, the correlation between digital assets and risk equities could spike significantly, triggering another round of forced liquidations that tests key technical support levels. Beyond market leverage, regulatory headwinds remain a persistent threat to long-term capital allocation. Global regulators continue to scrutinize custody frameworks, stablecoin compliance, and decentralized financial protocols. Any unexpected regulatory tightening could temporarily restrict the flow of institutional capital into the ecosystem, depressing trade volumes and driving a risk repricing. Sophisticated allocators must monitor these policy shifts closely, as regulatory friction remains one of the primary hurdles to achieving terminal valuation targets. Looking forward, our forward valuation framework suggests that Bitcoin is transitioning into a mature consolidation phase. The $64,000 level serves as a crucial psychological pivot point. A sustained consolidation above this area, backed by steady exchange-traded fund inflows, would signal that institutional capital has fully absorbed the recent macro sell-off. If global liquidity indices continue to expand due to softer inflation data, we anticipate a gradual capital rotation back into high-beta digital assets as investors seek higher risk-adjusted returns. The next major catalyst to watch will be the upcoming central bank policy decisions and their subsequent impact on sovereign yields. If the Federal Reserve initiates a rate cut cycle, it will likely accelerate the decline of real yields, providing a powerful policy tailwind for non-yielding store-of-value assets. Additionally, watch the supply-side dynamics. Since the recent halving event, the daily issuance of new supply has been severely constrained. When passive institutional demand through exchange-traded funds meets a structurally restricted supply, the medium-term path of least resistance points toward potential value expansion. Let us synthesize this analysis into a clear tactical framework. On a structural level, Bitcoin remains on a highly monitored breakout watch as it consolidates beneath key long-term overhead resistance. The building volume-backed momentum, combined with stabilizing institutional flows, indicates that the underlying market structure is preparing for its next major liquidity shift. However, A trim consideration would only become relevant if we see a severe breakdown below major short-term support levels, accompanied by a sharp macro reversal in sovereign liquidity conditions. For now, capital rotation favors resilience. Navigating this complex macro landscape requires a disciplined, institutionally grounded approach to market intelligence. As global liquidity dynamics evolve, we will continue to provide the deep thematic analysis you need to protect and grow your capital. To stay ahead of these structural shifts, subscribe to SR Money News IN and turn on notifications. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this recovery is a temporary relief rally or the start of the next major liquidity-driven breakout? Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next analysis.